Alright, so today's video is unfortunately not going to be a little bit different. Today, we are once again talking about TYT, the Young Turks, for all of the wrong reasons, and I know people in my audience are probably tired of me making videos about TYT. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm kind of tired about making videos about TYT. I think that it can be unproductive sometimes, but this is something that has really been just giving me an itch that I just cannot get away from. It's really been bothering me, what I'm going to talk about today. But we have to go over a couple of things here before we get to the clips that we're going to look at. Today we're going to look at some clips of Cenk and a TYT contributor, Jordan Yule. I am so sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. I don't think I did, but I might have, and I'm sorry if I did. Jordan Yule, who is a journalist, a writer, an activist. If you're not familiar with his work, I definitely recommend you go and look him up. This website that I'm on right here says he's a left-of-center activist. I don't know if I would classify him as left-of-center. I would definitely say he's pretty progressive. That's my opinion. But if you're not familiar with Jordan, definitely go and look him up. He has done some amazing work in his career. This is his Twitter account over here. A lot of the progressive voices that I look up to and watch follow him over on Twitter. So, if that's your thing, go and check him out. But one of the main things, or one of the main recent things Jordan Yule is known for and gained recognition for is ceasefiretoday.com. Demand a ceasefire in Gaza. And this is a website that has a ton of amazing information on it. A lot of really great information. It's kind of a bunch of information condensed into one nice, easy to navigate, simple place. So definitely go and check that out. There's a lot of different things you can do on this website, and it's a way for people to become active in calling for a ceasefire, making sure that Palestinians do not keep getting bombed, keep getting murdered, keep getting slaughtered by the IDF. There, again, a lot of great things here on this website. I'm not going to go over everything here on this website because that's not what this video is about, but definitely go and check it out. Again, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Jordan Yule, but 100%, definitely someone that I look up to. But Jordan Yule recently was on TYT just a couple of days ago, and Cenk and Jordan had a bit of a disagreement, if that's what you want to call it. I believe that's a gross understatement of this, but Cenk basically accuses Jordan of being too selfish to accept that right-wingers, people like Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, even Donald Trump, he accuses Jordan of being too selfish to realize that people like Trump and Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan and whatever right-winger that has a massive platform that you want to name are actually allies in the Free Palestine movement. They're actually pro-Palestinian, right? Yeah, and it makes total sense. We're going to get into the clips here. One more thing I do need to talk about, though, is I could not find the full conversation between Cenk and Jordan. This was on their bonus episodes over here, which are members only, and I am not going to apologize for this, but I am not going to fucking give TYT a goddamn cent of my money. It's never going to happen, so I do apologize. These are clips posted by a user, Hank Thompson, over on Twitter. There are some people that I am familiar with that do follow this individual. So kudos to Hank Thompson over on Twitter. Again, I really wish I could have found the full context. So where the clip starts is where the clip starts. This is the best thread or best, compilation of the conversation that I could possibly find. So I do apologize for not being able to find the full context here. But without further ado, here is Cenk saying that Jordan Yule, who again runs an award-winning website calling for a ceasefire. Again, really great information on there. Calling him selfish because he doesn't trust right-wingers who claim to be pro-Palestine, or at least masquerade to be, I guess. I don't even know. Here it is.
Do you see that encouraging him to do the right thing, especially encouraging the right wing to push him to do the right thing, might be the right strategy?
And him in this context right here is Trump.
I don't have faith in them doing that. Like you just laid out, all of the opposition to this plane is rooted in Islamophobia. Much of it, to be fair. Why would they suddenly take a different tact here? I think what we have seen especially from the right, on foreign policy, going back to the Gulf days, if you want to be accurate, but largely from the war on terror on, it is a jingoistic foreign policy, and that's going to extend to Palestinians as well. So I just am not holding my breath. I mean, sure, I guess I'll encourage you, do the right thing, but like, I feel like it's falling on deaf ears.
But
They've shown
Jordan,
what
how
they
can you say
want.
it's falling on deaf ears? Joe Rogan's talking about it. Like, I'm not just talking about Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and the far right. Rogan, Theo
Tucker
Vaughn,
Carlson's an
endlessly.
anti-Semite. Like, Tucker Carlson is a straight up anti-Semite. The reason he's taking that position is because he's an anti-Semite. He is a white nationalist.
Like,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah, who cares?
Serious. Hold on.
Who cares if Tucker Carlson is an anti-Semite? Who cares if Candace Owens is a anti-Semite? Just for the record here, you guys can go and watch this for yourselves. I am not going to play this horse shit here on my channel. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I really don't, because it's just going to make me angry. Daryl Cooper was a guest on Tucker Carlson's whatever you want to call this, I guess his YouTube show, about 8 months ago, and this guy was literally sitting there just doing Holocaust revisionism. He was sitting there saying that the Holocaust was not as bad as people say it was, just completely making up just the most insane bullshit about the Holocaust possible. Joe Rogan, this one's much more recent. Joe Rogan, recently on his show, just a couple of days ago, was sitting there praising a recent song released by Kanye West. The song is titled Heil Hitler. If you are familiar with that, if you've heard it, I'm so sorry that you had to suffer through your ears literally bleeding. But yeah, Joe Rogan just a couple of days ago was sitting there saying that this isn't that bad. This is actually a sign of the times that Kanye is making this song here. And this is a Majority Report clip that, again, I'm not going to play any of this, but you guys can go and watch it for yourself. They do really great coverage of Joe Rogan just sitting there being like, yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty epic. Just wanted to provide a little context there of some of those people that Cenk was throwing out there. I don't even think I need to talk about Candace Owens and her rhetoric surrounding Jewish people, or just pretty much any minority group.
If he's an anti-Semite, and that's our speculation.
Okay. It's not speculation. What do you mean? It's not speculation. There's no speculation. There's something else here. I think I have this pulled up too. Tucker Carlson, I believe it was in the context of talking about Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine. He called him a rat-like Jew. I might be that quote might not be completely accurate, but you can Google that for yourselves. I don't have it pulled up right now, but it's not speculation. There's no speculation. It's a fact. There is no goddamn speculation here, Cenk. It's not, if that's our speculation, bitch, that is the truth. That is fact. It's not speculation. That's just the most disingenuous way to frame things, very anti-Semitic things that people like Tucker Carlson have said, but that's also just disingenuous to say to Jordan Yule's face when he is sitting there telling you the reality, and you're sitting there, oh, well, that's speculation. No, it's not. That's what the right wing does. That is what the right wing does. They sit there, are presented with fact, and say, oh, well, that's your opinion. Oh, well, if that's what you think. It's not what people think. It is what it is.
Okay, that's terrible, and I'm going to deal with that later. But are you trying to discourage him from, like...
I'm not trying to discourage him. I'm not saying he's going to be an effective messenger to persuade Trump.
Of course he is. Who would be an effective messenger?
How?
A Democrat? That doesn't make any sense, Jordan.
Not.
Of course, Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene are much more likely to persuade Donald Trump than we are. Isn't that the most obvious thing in the world?
And Jordan Yule actually says this in one of the later clips. I know, I've interrupted a lot already. I know, I keep yapping. But he's sitting there saying, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Tucker Carlson, they can push Trump to, do the right thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene, again, she has said some very, very anti-Semitic things in her career. Okay, I've covered some of them on this channel. Jordan Yule's going to make this point again in one of the later clips, I believe. Might be in this clip. They haven't done anything. They have not done anything to show that they are truly pro-Palestinian. And there's no reason for anyone who's a progressive that actually wants Palestine to be free, that wants the Palestinians to stop being slaughtered, that wants the Palestinians to not be under Israel's fucking thumb, there is no reason for any of those individuals to believe that people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan are going to do anything that would make it, that would actually prove that they are, because they haven't already. What have they done to show that they are allies? Why would you even... I don't understand how someone with a brain would be able to even sit there and be like, oh yeah, you know, maybe they're on our side. No. No.
No,
They don't fucking care. They're anti-Semitic. They're white supremacists. They do not give a fuck about the Palestinians. They do not give a fuck about them being slaughtered. If they did, they would be being activists in the space, and they're not. And they're not going to be.
I'm not saying any of us are going to. He's going to listen to the most powerful in the world. He's going to listen to the military-industrial complex. That is who will reign supreme here. And if Israel wants weapons and they want to continue that cash flow, they're going to have more influence than podcaster Tucker Carlson. It boils down to money. The only reason he's saying that is because he is a white nationalist. You look at his comments on people in the Middle East going back to the 2000s. He sees them as subhuman. Like, there are many comments that he made on that shock jock shit.
We care, Cenk. The people that are, again, and I've said this in many of my videos criticizing TYT, and even some where, you know, I'm sitting there saying, oh, Cenk's doing a good job. Cenk usually is one of the best voices when it comes to, criticizing Israel, you know, sitting there, you know, showing solidarity with Palestinians. But this is in just, I mean, like, it's making my brain literally fucking explode. I cannot fathom what the fuck he's thinking in this moment. Like, Cenk, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you doing? You've been doing this for as long as I've been alive. I was born in 2001. You have been doing this since longer than I have been alive, pretty much. And we're in 2025. I don't even have the count pulled up. I don't even know how many thousands of Palestinians have been slaughtered by Israel. I'm talking about not just since October 7th, since far, far before then. And this is what you're sitting there doing on your show? What the fuck what are we doing? Stop being naive. It's funny that he's calling Jordan naive and sitting there calling him selfish. Bitch, what are you doing?
Jordan, let me... No. I'm really mad about this. Hold on.
I want to lift him up. There are plenty of people...
No, stop with that nonsense, Jordan. Hold on. Listen.
How is it nonsense?
Okay, here's why. Because the people who are saying that, yes, including you're being intensely selfish. Let me explain. So Tucker Carlson said we shouldn't go into Iraq after he originally was in favor of it. But after the war started, he said, you know, we shouldn't be there. And I don't want to deal with these monkeys. Now he's talking about Muslims. That's my people, okay? So am I in favor of that? No, absolutely not. So I could choose to do one of two things. If we were back in that time, I could either encourage the Tucker Carlson wing of the party to get out of Iraq, which would have saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Or I could say, I am morally pure. He was Islamophobic. I banish him and I cancel him. And it's better that I cancel him because of my feelings than we save hundreds of thousands of lives in Iraq.
But couldn't you do both, though, by Cenk's own logic? Can't you criticize someone for making comments or doing actions that are Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, whatever the context or case may be? Can't you do both, Cenk? Can you not do both? Does it have to be one or the other?
That's intensely selfish. Let it go. Yeah, okay, I don't know what his intentions are, and I don't give a goddamn what his intentions are. You've got to get the right wing. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, Jordan. I'm not saying, I'm not naive. It's not like I don't
You are.
know. I've been railing against the power of the Israeli lobby and the military-industrial complex. But if we just go, oh, nope, I don't want any allies. I don't want allies from the people who are in charge now, how could you not see that that's maniacal?
They're not allies, Cenk. They don't care. Donald Trump posted this insane, literally batshit insane, even for Trump, AI video of Gaza being this Trump Disneyland casino, whatever the fuck. I don't even know what it was. They're not allies, man. They're not. They're just not. Again, I have praised Cenk time and time again for his extremely strong rhetoric on what's been going on in Gaza, in the West Bank, to the Palestinian people, but this is not fucking it, man. It's nowhere close. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you're still with me here, kudos to you. I talk a lot. I feel like, especially in these types of contexts, calling out bullshit from people that are claim to be or say they are, or maybe they really are, and they've lost the plot. Calling out people that are on your side of something is important. When you see bullshit, you call it out. It doesn't matter if they're your friends. It doesn't matter if they're your family. It doesn't matter if they align with you on every single other issue. If you see bullshit, you call it out. And this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
And intensely selfish.
Because they're not our allies. When have they ever shown to be an ally?
Right now, they're saying...
No, they're not. They haven't done anything.
Jordan, what the hell do you want him to do? Marjorie Taylor Greene says, I don't want to give any more money.
Because he says one thing, you're like, oh, let's listen to him. He hasn't done anything.
I don't actually have this pulled up right now, but Cenk said that Marjorie Taylor Greene says she doesn't want to send any more money to Israel. There was a couple of, or at least one that I can think of, but it might have been multiple Twitter exchanges between Cenk and Marjorie Taylor Greene from a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a little longer than that. Not too old, but not super recent. Where Marjorie Taylor Greene was tweeting out stuff like, we shouldn't be sending money to other countries. We shouldn't be sending weapons, money to other countries to fund their wars. We shouldn't be doing that. And Cenk responded to Marjorie Taylor Greene and said, yeah, I agree with that. I don't think that we should be sending money to places like Israel. I don't think we should be sending money and weapons to them. And yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Again, what have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene done to show their solidarity with the Palestinian people? Nothing. She's done nothing. Marjorie Taylor Greene goes on Facebook and posts about Jews having space lasers that control people's minds or whatever the fuck it was. I can't even fucking remember. She's not an ally. She is not a fucking ally. We have 2 more clips here. I don't know if we're going to watch the last one. We're going to watch this one here. I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point, especially in this video, but this is just, it's ridiculous. It's pathetic, and it's just enraging. It's maddening listening to this.
Jordan, I'm not saying go vote for Trump. I'm not saying go support Trump. I'm saying push Trump to do the right thing. But you say no. You say no. You say no. You're letting the Palestinians die because of your selfishness. It drives me crazy.
Cenk, I have an award for running a ceasefire website that millions of people around the world have used. You're calling me selfish?
Yes, I am.
It's crazy that he's sitting there calling Jordan selfish, but the biggest thing that I don't get about this, again, is, he's sitting there saying, we need to... Jordan is not saying that people should not be pushing Trump to do the right thing. He hasn't said that once. And unless I missed something, because again, I couldn't find the full context of this because I'm not giving TYT any of my goddamn money, it's not going to happen. Unless there was something said before these clips started, in the parts that I can't see, Jordan has never he's not once said, yeah, we shouldn't be pushing Trump to do the right thing. He hasn't said that. And Cenk saying that Jordan is saying that is completely disingenuous and extreme. It's just false. It's just fucking wrong. That's not what happened. Jordan didn't say that. He's saying that acting like these people are allies and acting like they are really going to push Trump to do the right thing for the right reasons is fucking dumb. Because it is. And we've seen that. It's, I don't know what date it is. It's May 18th, 2025. What have any of these people that Cenk has named done to show their solidarity with the Palestinians? Nothing. Zero. Zip. Nada.
Jordan,
So it's bullshit that he wants to sit there and call out Jordan Yule and sit there and say that he's being selfish because he doesn't trust right-wingers that do not give a fuck about the Palestinians at all. Yeah, Cenk, yeah. Jordan's selfish.
Because I don't inherently believe one thing that Trump said on camera.
No, it's not about believing, Jordan. It's not about believing. So first of all, Jordan, you have been freaking amazing on this issue. You've been one of the best people in the country on this issue, and I love you for it, okay? But I'm not asking you to be naive and go, oh, I just trust Trump on everything now.
Who does that sound like? You know who that sounds like? That sounds like Anna Casparian. He just did a great Anna Casparian impression. That was really good, Cenk. That actually put a smile on my face. Because that's what Anna Casparian was actually doing. This has nothing to do with the genocide happening to the Palestinian people, but that's actually what Anna Casparian was doing just a couple of months ago. Sitting there, just believing Donald Trump, no matter what he said. Oh, you guys don't need to be worried about Project 2025. You guys really think he's going to implement that? Do you guys actually do you guys actually think that Trump's a fascist? Yeah, dude. Yeah. That was a really good Anna Casparian impression. Good job, Cenk. That was funny.
You to be political and strategic and your normal, incredibly smart self and go, when the right wing comes to our side, we're not going to their side. When they come to our side, whether it's Tucker Carlson or goddammit Joe Rogan, when they're all coming to our side.
Joe Rogan's he's not on our side. I don't know. What is our side? Can we define that now? Because I don't know what our side is anymore, and you've lost me.
Don't tell them I don't want you. You're an anti-Semite. You're a white nationalist. I don't want you, and I don't believe you.
But they are, though. Like, again, by Cenk's own logic, if they really were what Cenk is claiming to be, which they're not, can you not call them out for doing and saying things that are horrible, whilst also encouraging them to do the right thing? Can you not do both? Like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
For an answer. For God's sake, for the Palestinians' sake, Jordan, you've been amazing on this. Please take yes for an answer.
There is no yes. There's no yes.
When he does something.
No, we gotta push him to do it, Jordan.
There's another clip. Here, I'll show it. I'm not gonna watch it. I can't get through it. This is the fourth clip that user Hank Thompson posted here. Again, you guys can go and check out the fourth clip for yourself. I can't get through it. I don't want to do it. It's just I can feel my blood literally boiling right now. But that is where I am going to leave this video. Guys, please let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of Cenk
Jordan
completely blowing his stack. Excuse me there. Completely blowing his stack on someone who is very clearly pro-Palestine, who has done some amazing activism for Palestinians, calling himself saying that, he's being selfish because he does not believe in right-wingers who have done literally nothing to show any type of solidarity with Palestinians. Let me know what you think about all those things. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.